anyone else has August just flown by, this month has just been crazy. I can't even remember what I've done this month. It's so weird. And the fact that I will be starting uni in a couple of weeks and it being September is just really bizarre. So this video is going to be quite quick because I haven't really noticed August, so it's hard to say what my favourites have been, but I will try my best and I hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to cover some beauty products, some makeup products, some clothing and some TV/music favourites of August. So I hope you enjoy. Starting with some beauty things, I have fallen back in love with this moisturiser. It is by a company called Good Things and it's just amazing. It smells incredible. It smells of like kind of, well, it says goji berry and papaya. Ooh. And it just is a dream to kind of put on your face. It's really smooth and it just makes you feel really healthy. And it says it's free from parabens, mineral oil, sodium and animal ingredients. So if you're like a vegetarian or vegan, this is perfect because it's completely, you know, no animal testing or whatever. And this is just really lovely, and it also has SPF 15 in, which is perfect for the summer. So I really like this, and I think I will go and try some more of this company's products because I've had this a while, but I kind of forgot about it, and then I've just fallen in love with it. So yes, this is lovely. The next favourite is the Supercat pen eyeliner, and oh my god, this has changed my life. When I used to put eyeliner on, I used to be so stressed. Nobody could talk to me, like I'd just be in front of the mirror and I used to just go wrong so many times. But this is perfect. It's really good for people with a shaky hand or who just can't, like me, just, I don't know, just who aren't very good at eyeliner. And this is amazing, and it's like this kind of pen tip and the product just comes off so easily. I had a eyeliner before, like a pen, and I just have to keep pulling to try and get some product onto my eye, so I was kind of put off pen eyeliners. But this is amazing, and I don't think it's too expensive, but it's just lovely. So I really love Soap & Glory anyway, but this has just made it even better. So I recommend this, and it has been a top favourite, I think, this month. Next, if you may have noticed, I have had my hair cut a lot shorter. I wanted something that was a little bit easier to manage and that I could just style a bit better, because my hair before, just, it wouldn't hold any shape. Like I'd curl it and it just wouldn't stay. However, with this, I feel like I can kind of get a bit more volume and just style into it. And for that, I have been using this VO5 Mega Hold Mousse. And this is so good. I kind of put it into my hair when it's kind of like, you know, damp, and I just scrunch it up, and I put this in like yesterday and my hair still has kind of a bit of volume in it, and it's just really good. I never used to really use mousse before because it just, you know, like my hair was long, it would just weigh it down, but this is really good. So thank you, mousse, for saving my hair. And yeah, I guess my short hair possibly is a favourite of this month because it's so easy. Another hair product favourite for this month has to be the Garnier Ultimate Blends Sleek Perfector Oil. This is so nice, like seriously. It's basically just something you can use for everything. It even says it on the back. You can use it before washing because it pre-nourishes your hair apparently. Before styling, which is basically what I use it for because it is also a heat protector. After styling as well, so it tames like frizziness between washes, and yeah, it apparently, well, it is just amazing, and it smells lovely of coconut, and it just kind of, I'm really sorry, I've lost the lid and it's a bit grim up here. But yeah, it just, you kind of put it through your hair and it just stops it being dry, or I don't know, it just tames the frizz, and it just smells lovely, and it's fairly lightweight. It doesn't, like I always thought oil would make your hair quite greasy. It really doesn't. It kind of just glides through your hair really nicely. So I recommend this. I think it was about £9, so it's fairly, I'd say this is quite expensive, but I've actually had this a couple of months, so not just in August, and I've only used, you know, the slim top bit of it, so I've still got a lot of product left. So You don't need much, you just need a kind of a little drop on your hand and just to run it through, and it's lovely. Next favourite is a perfume, and it is the Taylor Swift Enchanted Wonderstruck perfume. I had just the Wonderstruck perfume, you know, the purple one before, which is really nice. I went out and bought this mini one, and I love it so much. It's like the perfume I now wear every time I go out. It's like my daily perfume. I don't know, it just has a really like, basically the undertone I think is vanilla, like the other Wonderstruck one, but this feels a bit more spicier. I don't know, that sounds weird, but it's just really lovely, and I love the bottles, and it's just kind of iridescent and lovely, and I've kept the box because I'm a bit sad. And the box is lovely too, and we've got lovely Taylor on the back. So this perfume I have not stopped wearing. I love it so much, and you know what, I'm just going to put some on now because it just smells so good. I don't even know if that went on me, but we'll go with it. Oh, it's just lovely. Favourite item of clothing I've been wearing this month, and is this Denim Skirt. I actually have a couple of these, but this is I think my favourite one. I love denim skirts. I find that in the summer in England, it's kind of one of those weathers where sometimes it's warm enough to wear it without tights, sometimes it isn't. So I don't know, it's perfect for British awkward weather because you can still wear a nice skirt, but you can wear some thin tights with it, so it's good for summer. But also I think this will be very good for kind of winter, autumn. I bought some kind of already kind of like cable knit tights which will look adorable. So yeah, I just think this is really lovely, and I really like the buttons that go down. This was really reasonable. I got it from New Look, but it's not like the New Look brand, you know, they have like those I don't know, rails, separate brands. It's from one of those, and it's from Parisian collection, and it was like £19, which I think is really reasonable compared to when you go to like Topshop and their clothing's like £40 for one item. So I have a few of these, and I just think they're lovely, and I can't wait to wear them in September, October time because I love kind of autumn. I think these will look really cute with some kind of knitted tights. So yes, I think this is really lovely. I would show you my favourite organised, oh my god, I can't say that word. My favourite planning thing for this month, and it's been this diary, which is from Paper Chase. This has kept me so organised and kind of organised for going to uni soon. As you can see, I have put all my things falling out, freshers, events in like that. Which is keeping me nice and organised, and I've written all my 10 times in there as well. So this is just lovely, and it's got tea on it, which is just perfect. And yeah, it was from Paper Chase, and I think it was about like £8, so very reasonable. And I'm just going to use this as a personal diary, but also like for academic things, because if I have separate ones, I'll just get very confused. I have been listening to Frank Turner's new album, Positive Songs for Negative People. This album is so good. I was really hoping this album would be a little bit more upbeat compared to his last album, which was pretty depressing. There were a few upbeat songs, but it was quite a draining album. It was good, but it was just quite draining. So when I listened to this, I mean, it does what its album name says. It's positive song if you're feeling down, and it's just all about kind of overcoming any depression or sadness, basically, which I think he felt in his last album. But it's really good. It just feels like the old Frank, if that makes sense, a bit more raw, not so polished. I think my favourite songs have to be like Mittens, The Next Storm, Josephine, Love 40 Down, and Song for Josh, which makes me bawl my eyes out every time I listen to it. That's the only sad song on here. But this album is really good, and I love it, and I just recommend any Frank Turner song. I recommend any Frank Turner songs. Oh my god, I recommend any Frank Turner fans to go out and buy this album, because if you didn't like his last one, this one I think will make you kind of fall back in love with him. And anyone who really likes kind of like folky, quite raw music, it kind of has like Billy Bragg feel about it, so if you like that sort of thing, I recommend this. And finally for music, another favourite has been Wolf Alice's new album, My Love Is Cool. This has been out for a while, but I've kind of only had the chance to listen to it properly this month. I have it on vinyl, and I actually have the special gold vinyl edition, which I'll quickly show you. So it's like a really cool, very cool in fact, gold vinyl, which is like a limited edition one. I pre-ordered the album, so I got that. I love the artwork. I think it's really quite simplistic and, I don't know, a bit eerie but also quite magical. And this album is really good. I have seen them live quite a few times, so I had a few of these songs which weren't put onto their EP before, and when I heard they were doing an album, I was like, oh right, okay, so maybe a lot of the EP songs will be on there. There were a few, but not many, and I was kind of disappointed about that to start with, but now listening to the album as a whole, I'm so glad they didn't put like their EP songs in it, because it would have felt a little bit repetitive. The album flows really well. Some songs are really heavy, like You're a Germ and Lisbon and things like that, and Giant Peach. A lot of those songs are quite heavy, but there are some kind of softer songs which I really like and didn't really expect from Wolf Alice. I don't know, I just thought they were all heavy all the time, but I don't know, it's such a good album. So yeah, I think it's really good, and it's quite dark but also quite fun. It's a very fun album. So finally, I thought I would just talk about a few TV favourites this August. Number one definitely has to be Pretty Little Liars. I started watching this a couple of months ago, to be fair, but the season I've just watched has been so good, it has to be a favourite. I've just literally, like before I filmed this, finished watching season 3 and the finale, and just watched the first episode of season 4. The first 2 seasons I wasn't too into. I couldn't really see the hype because it just wasn't dark enough for me. But season 3 has definitely been much better. It's quite dark and really quite creepy, which I really like. And yeah, I've really been enjoying it. And the only thing is, I did unfortunately find out who A was. I couldn't really stay off, well, it was everywhere on social media, so I couldn't really escape it. So I unfortunately do know that, which I'm not sure spoils it or not. I'm still questioning who A is, even though I kind of know it, because it just doesn't make sense at the moment. So I haven't lost that sense of kind of questioning and enigmas, but I don't know, I'm still not convinced. I've had a lot of people aren't happy with the season 6 finale, the mid finale. So yeah, I'm enjoying it just as much, and I've still got a lot of questions. So yes, I have been enjoying it a lot. I have been watching Nashville. I love country music, and I've always wanted to go to Nashville. So I found this on Now TV, and it's so good. It's got a completely different vibe to Pretty Little Liars. I mean, it's pretty predictable, the plot, but I really like the characters, and again, I love the music, and just the settings are really lovely. So it's a really comfort TV program, which is really nice for the summer, just to relax and watch without it being too heavy or intense. And my August favourites, I hope you enjoyed this, and comment below on your favourite things this month as well, because I would love to hear. Okay, I will see you in my next one. Bye!